session. If you would like to ask a question, visit the question booth, which is against the wall located to my right, and fill out an individual question form, and we'll carve out some time, maybe the last 15 minutes or so, to your questions for these guys. All right, let's meet our panel. And first of all, the youngest member of the Blackhawks defensive corps, 24 years old, but he played every game last season, number 57, TBR, Trevor Van Riemsdyk. Back for his second time around with the Blackhawks after a 5-year absence. He broke into the NHL with Buffalo in the 99-2000 season, a member of the 2010 Stanley Cup champions. Welcome back, number 51, Brian Campbell. A regular for the past 7 seasons. He has never met a shot he wouldn't block. Member of 3 Stanley Cup championship teams, number 4, Nicholas Hjalmarsson. And along with Brent Seabrook, the longest tenured Blackhawk, he was drafted by the Hawks. He has played 11 seasons. Along the way, he's won the Norris Trophy twice as the league's top defenseman, the 2015 Conn Smythe Trophy as playoff MVP, 2 Olympic gold medals, and 3 Stanley Cups. Welcome, number 2, the birthday boy, Duncan Keith. I know they already sang happy birthday to you, Duncan, so we won't do it again right here. But I want to ask 3 of you guys what it's like, and let's start with you, Duncan, before we get to the topics of what it means to be a defenseman in the National Hockey League today, to have Brian Campbell back with you.
Yeah, let's put it up. Let's get up there for Soup Dog here, right? Let's stand up. Dogs in the house tonight. Feels great to have the Red Dragon back. It's been a great addition. It's great seeing him again, and looking forward to a lot of winning hockey and a lot of good times.
Nicholas, you want to weigh in?
I don't know what to say after that, but I'm looking forward to see the spinoramas in the back end there, that's for sure. Yeah, no, it's great to have him back, obviously. Looking forward to play with him.
Brian, I got to give you equal time here.
Well, it's good to be home for me. I think I'm happy to be here. This is where I want to be, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to play in front of a packed house every night. So we're pretty lucky individuals up here.
Well, good. Great to have you. Great to have you.
Yeah.
All right. For starters, let me ask all 4 of you guys if you think it takes a little different mental approach to play defenseman in the National Hockey League. I understand, Doug, in the last session, you said maybe it wasn't that glamorous a position, but what does it take from a mental standpoint to play it?
Well, we all know to be a defenseman in the NHL, you have to be mentally stronger than the forwards and the goalies. We know that. Mentally smarter. You have to be smarter. It's the position, the last line of defense there, so it takes a lot of smart. Forward, you can make mistakes, and then the defensemen have to bail you out. So you got to be smart.
So basically, you have to be better overall than the forwards.
Basically, you're a better athlete and a better human than the forwards. Pretty much.
Nick, you want to add to that?
I think he pretty much covered everything. Yeah, just much harder. I agree.
I don't know if Duncan touched on it, but you got to be smarter.
Soup dog. I can't wait just to get on that ice with you over there, Soupy, and just toss the old biscuit around the ice. You know, just have a good time back in practice. Give you some hard passes on your backhand.
You're making me.
Make you look bad out there.
Trevor, what's the most important skill for a defenseman?
I think like Duncan was saying, that the smarts are real important. And actually, in all seriousness, that's probably one of the most important things is to try to positionally be where you got to be. A lot of things are happening in short amount of time, split-second decisions. So if you're in the right spot, it kind of makes everything a little bit easier for you.
As far as physical skills, Brian, because I think we're all in agreement, you guys are the smartest guys on the ice. But what about the biggest asset you bring physically?
Well, I think, for defense, going back to get the pucks a lot of times. We got guys coming on that's pretty quick, so it's not being make plays. Not being afraid to take a hit. So I think for us, it's getting back quick and getting it up to players that aren't as smart.
Nick, do you have to skate backwards faster than the forwards do?
Yeah, we skate actually faster backwards than they do forward. Yeah. No, it's true. I've seen it.
He's not lying.
No, I don't doubt that. Duncan, you've scored as many as 14 goals in a season. Do you, and obviously we've established the overall game, but do you like being thought of as an offensive-minded defenseman?
I want to be thought of as a well-rounded defenseman. I take pride in being good offensively. But first and foremost, as a defenseman, hence the word defense in defenseman. You want to be good defensively. So, is that a tongue twister or what? Yeah, I don't know.
How has the position changed since you came into the league?
It seems like everybody's, all these young defensemen coming in. It seems like there's so many more defensemen that are good skaters. Look at Trevor. His nickname is actually Travis. We had a guy on the team doing an interview a few years ago, and he was asked a question about Trevor, and he called him Travis because he didn't know his name, I guess. So now his nickname's Travis over there.
Yeah, working on getting it legally changed, but starting next year.
I think you got to be a good skater to be a defenseman in the NHL now. The way the game is, it's such a fast-paced game where it's almost organized chaos now. There's no red line, so you can make those long passes. And the defenseman, it's important. You're a good skater. And see defensemen come in the league now; they can all skate. Everybody's even the forwards, even though they're not as smart, they can still skate.
Brian, you've been in the league the longest of the guys up here on this panel. Have you seen the same changes that Dunks is talking about?
Yeah, the game's it's a lot quicker now, so it's I think it's back in the day it was a lot different. I guess it wasn't a lot more holding and grabbing, but I think the teams, you looked at the finals this year, the teams are getting quicker and quicker around the league, so it's important. I think we have a good mobile defense that can go back and get the pucks, get them up into the forwards' hands. So it's an advantage that hopefully we can use against other teams.
Let me ask all of you guys, did you decide when you started playing hockey, I'm sure at some point you played every position on the ice when you were a kid, when you were growing up, but at some point did a coach say, I want to play you as a D-man, or did you make the decision? Did you ever want to play as a forward? Nicholas, how about you?
No, I've always been. I wouldn't have a job if I wouldn't play defense. So I've always been defensive minded, and yeah, I know my limits. I stay close to Crow. That's what I do, and I haven't had a coach tell me to play forward. They just pretty much tell me to stay back there and talks and helping out my goalie. So I stay close to Crow all the time.
How about you, Duncan? Did you ever want to play forward? Or did you?
I used to play forward, but then I got smarter. Put me on defense.
I know for myself, you usually when you're playing growing up, you have 4 defense, or you have 3 lines. So obviously defense, you're going out every other shift. Forwards every 3rd shift. So obviously I was smart enough to figure out that I could go out every other shift. I could play more. So that's why I played defense.
And Trevor, your brother is a winger, and he's older. So did that kind of force you to decide to go the other way?
He always had the puck, so there was nothing else I could really do besides play a little defense and do my best and try to take it from him unsuccessfully for a long amount of time as he was shoving me around, being the older brother. But hopefully now I can play a little defense and stop him from doing that.
And your younger brother's the tiebreaker, right? The deal?
Yeah, the younger one's a forward now too, so I guess those two just kind of ganged up and picked on the middle. So.
Your former teammate, some of you guys, Dustin Bufflin, has played both defenseman and forward. Not many guys have done that in the National Hockey League. What's the toughest thing about that? Is it something that there are a lot of guys who could do it if they chose to, or is it something that maybe you're going to weaken yourself in one area?
Buff plays defense. I love Buff. He's a big talent. He's good. He likes to gamble a little bit.
I had a feeling I might.
I'm not trying to bash Buff.
No.
I love him. He's a good player.
Nick, 151 blocked shots for you last year. Trevor, I think, had about the same number. What's the key to being an excellent shot blocker? And is it as punishing as it looks to all of us?
No, it's not as bad. It really is just, I think a lot of the other guys are on the back end are pretty close to the amount of shot blocks I had last year. I don't even think I was the number 1 on the team, so I think it's a little bit of exaggeration there from your side, but no, I'm just trying to do my best. I don't like it, but I do it. And yeah, pain is good.
Pain is good. Well, since you mentioned it, yeah, Trevor had 4 more than you last year.
Exactly.
So Trevor, would you agree that it's not as bad as it looks?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think a lot of the times you get a block, if you can just kind of tip the puck away with your stick and kind of deflect it into the netting or whatever it may be, or we got all that padding on for a reason, so it's not as bad as it looks, definitely.
I don't know about that.
Do you want to take issue with that, Duncan?
I think it hurts. These guys are assholes. Ain't getting in the way of no slap shot. That's what Core's job is. These guys are a different mentality, different birds. These 2 guys are.
As we all have heroes growing up, Brian, who did you model your game after, if anybody?
I guess look at the players that I grew up watching. It was Paul Coffey and Ray Bork and Brian Leach.